Hey, I wanted to do a quick demo here, talking about phase in audio recordings and what to look out for when you get audio from vids that's a stereo file, and how to avoid potential problems where the left and the right channels within that stereo file might be out of phase and canceling each other out. So I've got a file here which has just that problem. I'll play it quickly. Now, everything on the meters looks normal. Up here looks totally normal, but there is in fact a problem because the left and the right channel are out of phase. And what that means is, if you think of a wave, a sound wave, it has a peak and it has a trough, right? If the peak of one sound wave is overlapped with an identical trough on another sound wave, the two will cancel out and you'll get nothing. And the way that you can test that is by coming up here and switching this from stereo to dual mono. And what that will do is, instead of panning those channels left and right, one to each ear, it'll take those channels and just lay them on top of each other equally in both speakers. And when we play that back, and actually you can see the indication up here, which is kind of nice, we get nothing. So if you mixed, and sent out your proof with your audio in stereo, it sounds fine until the client goes and plays it on a phone. It's typically where there's a problem. And then we get the feedback, I don't hear any dialogue. That's because the phone has taken that left and the right audio and summed it to one speaker, and then they canceled each other out, as the same effect as we're getting here in dual mono. So what we need to do is set it to dual mono and then just turn off one side. And you can see when we do that, we get our signal back.
At orofacial surgery.
Now, this audio has other problems, which we can fix. Well, you can't fix it in Final Cut, actually, but we have fixed it. Rest assured. But yeah, that's the fix here. There really is hardly ever a situation where you want to have stereo audio from lav or anything really, unless it's some sort of ambient recording, unless the vid has captured, forest sounds or music or something like that. 99% of the time you've got a lav, you just want one channel up the middle, then you know that you're getting consistent sound, whether someone's playing it in stereo, playing it in mono on a phone. And it's also one less channel to worry about. There may be some crackle or noise on one channel versus another. It does pay to listen to both of them to make sure they're identical. Sometimes if they've done a recording, they accidentally recorded with the on-camera mic, right? One of those mics might sound a little better, depending on the ambient space, depending on the angle of the camera, whatever. So it pays to check if you're, when you're selecting that one channel to use. The other thing is, with that Adobe Enhance AI audio processing, this type of clip where they're out of phase, if you upload it to that website and you haven't fixed that phase issue, you haven't made it mono, that website will see nothing. It will sum those two channels, they'll cancel each other out, and then it'll return noise or static or something. So that's another thing to look out for. You may hear something like, "Oh, I'll throw it into the Adobe site to fix it." Well, it's not going to fix that. So, yeah, just something worth checking out, and I hope that helps you out. Thanks.